And welcome to the Put on Raiders Shorts here. We're going to talk about Hondo Carpenter put an article out about Dave Ziegler. Basically, kind of like, Ziegler out here trying to wash his hands of his keg stand buddy at at John Carroll here. What are your thoughts about the article? And this looks like a clear like statement from not a statement, but like a story pushed by the Ziegler team to say, hey, Josh McDaniels ran this show. I was just a bit player.
Yeah, it's clearly coming from the Ziegler camp. They want to wash his hands clean of everything that happened during his short tenure with the Raiders. And my thing is this: he's the general manager, and he said in his press conference that he would have roster decisions. Now we've come to find out that's probably not true, but he was still the main decision maker in the front office of the Raiders alongside Josh McDaniels. And his job wasn't to be Josh's buddy. His job was to strengthen the roster for the future, and his job was to look ahead. Josh McDaniels' job was to win now. So you can't have it both ways. His buddy got him the job, and then he basically acquiesced to his buddy. He stepped back and said, I'll do whatever you want to do, Josh. And then all of a sudden, when it all failed, all these stories come out. I didn't want Jimmy G. I wanted to trade up for Stroud. I wanted to invest in the offensive line and the defensive line. Josh wanted skill players. I wanted to keep Alec Ingold. Josh wanted Jacob Johnson. Like, it was just a laundry list of things. I don't know what's true and what's not. And Dave Ziegler has to take accountability for everything that happened under his tenure. It was under his watch. His name was under next to the general manager title.
Exactly. 100%.
Same thing with Mike Mayock. When Dave Ziegler took this job or took the job with the Raiders, he knew that he was tied to Josh McDaniels. You can't try to cut the cord now, dude. You took the job, and that's the only reason he got the job. Let's be honest, first and foremost.
Exactly.
And I'm so tired of these guys trying to look in the rearview mirror and saying, I didn't do this. None of this is my fault as the building's on fire. You were the general manager. If you wanted CJ Stroud, make the trade and draft CJ Stroud and tell Josh, you know what? Go win with this guy. I got this guy in the building. My job's to look for the future. And I'm so tired of these puff pieces coming out. And clearly this is a puff piece. And tried to absolve Dave Ziegler of everything other than Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones was the only person mentioned that Ziegler and McDaniels were together on. And if they were brought in as this tandem buddy situation, the article made it seem like they never got along and never agreed on anything for 20 months, which totally means like they never should have been tied together in the first place. So the whole thing stunk from the beginning. It never should have happened. And then if that was going on behind the scenes in the building, Mark Davis should have blew this thing up at the end of last season and not let this trickle into the next season. And then it affected the quarterback position. It affected everything they did with not getting trade value for Derek Carr. It affected them not going out and getting a quarterback of the future. And now they're sitting there with a broken Jimmy G, Brian Hoyer, and a fourth-round rookie quarterback in Aiden O'Connell. And they're no better this year than they were last year from a roster development standpoint.
Exactly. The Raiders don't have any depth. That's been the biggest issue with the Raiders for years. They don't have any depth. And you thought maybe that Ziegler would do that, but they're not. They're not separate. They're not two separate entities. They are. You can't. What's the phrase that they always use? You can't split the baby. They're together. And 100%. So like, I mean, I get it. He's trying to do it for his job survival. He has not been making. He hasn't made enough. He hasn't made as much money as Josh McDaniels. So maybe he's trying to just get back into the league. I don't think he shouldn't get back into the league at some point, but like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's also gonna be like he's gonna have to start from the bottom and work his way up again. And this time it's not gonna be if he gets another GM opportunity. Usually guys don't get two GM opportunities. Like it's just you get one and that's it. So he didn't choose his opportunity wisely, and that's what kind of doomed him as far as that goes. All right, Raider Nation.